It's Week 11 of the 2024 season, and we'll see Brock Bowers. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Raiders and the Dolphins coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window from then on.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
In motion, Hill.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Tua.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Dobbs. Short throw to Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Throwing here, Dobbs.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On play action, it's Dobbs. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Quez Watkins.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
Looking to pass. Tua.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hill going to go in motion right.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Myers in motion right.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
The Raiders at 2-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw Dobbs. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
3rd and 4.
Now Dobbs.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. To throw is Dobbs. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Open man right side, Myers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Dobbs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7. Ours. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Third and 9 here.
Tua going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
.47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Williams, the man in motion left. Dobbs is throwing. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dobbs. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard
Now Tua.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
and 9 yards to go.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Dobbs.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing here, Dobbs.
Open man is the 1st-round pick, Brock Bowers.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On play action, it's Dobbs. Staying on his feet. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 23. They need 2. Here's third down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They go again with Pierce. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In motion left comes Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Touchdown!
Terrace Marshall.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard
Looking to pass. Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still in the...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Dobbs. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-17. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Give to Pierce. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce, down to about the 37. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Back to throw Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the drive starts with a run from H.N. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
He's thrown down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is no good. He missed it, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Pushing his way through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him a 1st down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Here's Dobbs to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now Dobbs.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are back within a score.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now 2nd and 9.
To throw is Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. In motion, the tight end. Dobbs is throwing. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action. Dobbs rolling to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dobbs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And this returnable for Hill.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Miami. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
In motion right, that's Williams.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Throwing here, Dobbs.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down, here's White. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Dobbs.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Rolling to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Dobbs to throw.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, Dobbs.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Over the middle to Beckham. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Tua gonna throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off play action. Dobbs. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Dobbs. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Dobbs.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. To the sideline and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw Dobbs. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
In motion, Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Now Tua.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Here's Tua.
He's going to let it fly. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
61 yards.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
So Tua and the Dolphins
down by 2. 1:04 on the clock.
Tua.
They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's Tua.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.